All right, welcome. Good evening. My name is Dale, and this is the Barking Chicken podcast. And to give you a little bit of background on who we are, um, we are resellers of fashion jewelry and watches, and we obtain our stock through liquidation, overstock situations, shelf pull situations, and we just we purchase the jewelry and the watches, and we turn around and we resell the good product to our friends on eBay, and they get a really good price on the product, and we get a good profit. So everybody wins, and they get nice jewelry, nice watches. We're talking Armani's, Michelle's, DKNY, has some Michael Kors, uh, Keith Cole's, Anne Klein's, Charter Club. A lot of good jewelry names and watch names. So we got started back in December, around December 15th, and started selling some stuff that we had just recently got, a small load of about 75 pieces. And I don't know who's, I'm guessing it was the Christmas rush. We did really well that half a month of December. And then in January, we bid on a pallet of jewelry from a major U.S. department store. It had manifest with it, and it had jewelry and watches included with it. So we went ahead and bid on that pallet, and we won. And that pallet had a retail value of $100,088, and we paid roughly 8.5, 9 cents on the dollar for the products. And yeah, we've been sorting through the material. We've put a large number of earrings and watches online, and the watches have been selling really, really good. They, I think we've sold over half of the watches that we obtained in that pallet. Made a nice dent in our profit for January and February. Uh, March seems to really have taken off, and so we're looking forward to what the rest of the palette and rest of the months have for us. And it's going to take us a couple months to go through this palette. It has over 3,000 items in it. None of them are bagged. A lot of the items are just thrown into big boxes, and we have to sort through them and bag them and clean the tags off of them. The store discount tags, take those off. We have to take everything that has the store name off of the product. So that's clearance tags, return tags, whatever they are on it. Now, our products are not customer returns; they're shelf pulls on this batch, and uh, some of the products even still have return labels on them. But what those are is they put those on the product if they're to how do you validate that it came from their store, has a QR code on it so that they can look it up and see if it's been sold, uh, you know, just to help um, in case of shoplifting type of thing. So we have to take those tags off. They have the little sensors on the back that go off if you go through the doors. So those all come off of our products, and we provide a nice, clean-looking product to our customers. Um, if you're interested in seeing what we have online, currently have 300 items online with eBay, and our eBay store is Barking Chicken Boutique. And you do a search for the seller ID, Barking Chicken Boutique, and you'll find us. And just scroll through. We have categories on the left-hand side that help you break it down by category, such as earrings, necklaces, bracelets, watches. It's real easy to navigate the eBay system, so you shouldn't have a problem finding stuff to look at. There's quite a bit on there, and we add stuff every day. My goal right now is to add anywhere from 15 to 30 items every day until we get through this pallet, and hopefully we'll have another pallet on standby by the time we get finished with this one. Like I say, we're looking at a couple of months before we're able to fully go through this whole pallet that we received. Is just that much stuff, and it's all tiny. And this was a huge pallet, so we're having fun digging through it. It's like Christmas Day. Every day we go in there and bag stuff. Is we're finding just different pieces from different makers all the time, and it's uh, it's been an adventure. It's been fun. I especially like finding the watches mixed in with all the stuff, and finding that they're Armani's or Tommy Hilfigers, nice solid watches. Found a Briel watch in there. We even had a Swiss Army officer's knife, not knife, watch. And if you go look online, not eBay, but go to some of the department stores and look for that watch, you'll see that that watch is selling for almost $800, and we plan on selling it for around 275, somewhere around there. So you get a great deal on some of these watches, and they're fantastic watches, really good ones. So that's what we've been doing since December. We've been just busy procuring items to sell and cleaning up the items that we have and putting them on eBay listings. We tried Facebook, we tried Macari, and the just not happy with how they pay out on those platforms. Takes a little bit of time, and it's I don't know. I call me crazy, but I prefer the eBay managed payments so far. I've not had a problem with the eBay system yet, so that's that's a huge plus for me. As long as they keep giving me my money on time, I'll be a happy camper. So we got the store set up. I had a brand new logo just created last week. Got that all set up on our platforms, and I've been playing around with doing live streams. We're planning on setting up a live stream. We call it the Barking Chicken Jewelry Box, and it's going to be a live stream, kind of like fireside sale, where we'll post once a week. We'll post up in a live stream uh, a number of pieces that we brought into the inventory system during that week, and we'll put them up for sale at a cheaper price on our jewelry box show than what we have it listed on eBay for. So it's a real good opportunity for our viewers once we start getting some. As a matter of fact, this is my very first podcast, and I'm looking forward to putting together a whole lot more. And since this is the first podcast, I mean, really don't have an audience, so hopefully people hear this one and get interested in the jewelry and watches that we have, and they'll visit the eBay store, and they'll continue to listen to our podcast regarding our experiences selling on eBay, our experiences obtaining stock, and any issues that we have with some of our buyers. Uh, got an issue that came up today that I'll mention in a little bit, but um, we'll get our background finished here real quick. And um, the store's set up. Like I said, we have about 300 products listed on there now, averaging 15 to 30 products a day being added to it. So there's lots of variety, lots of new things coming out down the pipe. We've uh, we've had a good March so far, looking at about $2,500 in sales so far. And that's pretty good, seeing that we've only been online since December. And we don't have a very high feedback rating on eBay yet. I think last time I looked earlier today, we were at 43. So we've got a long ways to get built up on the feedback area, and I'm shooting for top rated seller status here. Hopefully next month. I've already met the 12-month sales portion, and now we're looking for the transactions minimum to be met before we qualify for it. And we're right there. We've only got 18 or so more transactions we have to do, and we will be hopefully top rated seller next month sometime. So we're looking forward to that. Hopefully that'll help increase our sales, get our exposure out there, because we're still running about 380,000 impressions a month, which is not high at all compared to some of the people that I've been following, where they're getting millions um, of impressions every month. So I've got a little ways to go, and I gotta pay my dues in order to get there. So, but I think we're on a very solid track, and we're getting things done, and we're making things happen. This podcast is one of those steps for us to get things moving. Our live stream sales program will be another. So check back often with us. I plan on doing this podcast once a week, most likely this time slot on Fridays, and uh, we haven't figured out what date we're going to start doing the jewelry box yet, but we're still kind of working out the software for that so that we can do the live stream with the product on the live stream at the same time. We've found a platform that we're going with. Now we're just learning the platform. So hopefully we'll be able to get those sales started soon. Got to build up some audience first. So if you're interested in our fireside jewelry box sales, shoot us over a comment. Let me know, and we can get you added to our system so we let you know when the events will be. Most likely they're going to be a Saturday or a Sunday. That's pretty much the only time that I have time to do these, um, since during the week my time is devoted to listings and warehouse maintenance, inventory control, stuff like that. So I mentioned a little bit ago that we had our first uh, buyer complaint. Uh, it regards a item not received complaint. The user contacted me, or the buyer, I'm sorry, former IT, so I call everybody a user. But this buyer reached out to me earlier today, said that they were watching their porch for when the mailman came, and that the mailman came and didn't deliver the package, even though it said it was out for delivery. Um, I checked on the tracking at that point when I got their message, and it said it was out for delivery. So I told them just to kind of hold off, see if the mailman comes back, and we'll continue to check on the tracking. And that maybe it was just a misscan, and they didn't actually put it on the truck for delivery for that day or for today. And about an hour and a half later, I went ahead and checked on the tracking again, and it showed that it was delivered, and it was delivered prior to the buyer contacting me. Buyer is telling me that she was watching for the mailman, that the mailman came, that she went out, looked, and there was no package. Looked at her porch, looked by her mailbox, and she claims that there was no package. So what I advised her to do was to contact her local post office, and then I would contact my local post office on Monday and see if we can figure out what's going on. In the meantime, I also told her that we might have to get eBay involved, because this is one of those situations where I think since it shows that it was delivered, I have to go off of what the post office is saying, and they're saying it was delivered, and this isn't pair of earrings that we're talking about. We're talking about a rather expensive Tommy Hilfiger watch, and uh, it's not something that I'm just willing to eat the cost on at this point. Um, Obviously, if the person genuinely didn't receive the product, that you know, I want to take care of my customers, but at the same time, post office says that they delivered it to the address that they had listed. Um, so I do have to go off of that. So I want to try to get eBay involved with this without making the user, here I go again, user, without making the buyer upset. I don't know how well we're going to accomplish that task. Obviously, if it happened to me, I'd be a little upset. But at the same time, you know, the post office says they delivered the package. Now it could have been stolen, but the party is claiming that they were watching for the mailman. So if they were actually sitting there watching for the mailman, they would have seen somebody run up and grab their package. Um, at least that's what I think. I don't know. Who knows? So we're gonna check with the post office on Monday. If my most likely, and I've been through this before. My post office is going to say that we have to contact the post office in the city that the buyer lives in, um, and that we'll have to open up a case with them, and that will end up having to be the buyer. And I don't know if the buyer is willing at this point to go through that kind of a hassle. Um, so it might be a situation where we have to get eBay involved and have eBay look at the situation and decide whether they're going to cover the buyer guarantee and the seller protection uh, program. Is have tracking and it shows it was delivered, so that my understanding that's all that needs to happen for me to be protected under the eBay seller protection program. So hopefully I don't lose money on this, and hopefully the buyer doesn't lose money on it. But we'll see, and I'll keep you posted. Hopefully, we have an answer by next Friday when I do my next episode. Um, if not, uh, hopefully it'll be soon after that. But I'll keep you posted. Um, I'm hoping that I'm protected because I followed the rules. I provided tracking. It was the value was under the $750 that eBay says you have to have a signature on, and just by practice, I ship anything over $100 requiring a signature. Because honestly, if they claim just like this that they never received it, I want that signature on a $100 one because I just can't afford to eat that kind of a cost. You know, even though I'm working from home, I still have you know, a thin profit margin that I have to maintain. Otherwise, this line of work is not worth it. But so far, we're having fun. The wife is helping out, and yeah, we're plugging away and we're having fun. So you know, join us, stay with us, and go on this adventure with us and see how well we can do at reselling jewelry and watches. And just as a reminder, all of our products are shelf pull overstock liquidations from major U.S. department stores. These are brand new items that have never been worn, and we're giving them. Well, we're pretty well giving them away at 60 to 75% off retail. Uh, you know, $300 watches are going for $80 on eBay. So visit our eBay store. Our eBay store ID is Barking Chicken Boutique. And like I said, we have about 300 items on there. And until next week, I thank you for listening to my very first ever podcast. And I do appreciate you spending the time listening to me jabber. And I promise, the more of these that I do, the better I'll get. I got some more equipment coming in, so we'll see. But until next week, have a great week, and I'm signing off. Thank you.